Welcome to Govs TV and 91.9 Public Affairs. I'm Micah Terrell. Hunger is still a really serious concern today, despite all the modern technology that we have. A new survey out this month just says that about 1 in 4 college students, about 22%, doesn't know where their next meal is coming from, so it's still a really serious concern. And joining me today is Belina Sangmanivong from this SOS Food Pantry with more. Save Our Students Food Pantry, a great thing. So apparently there's still this misperception out there that people think, oh, college students are in college, they've got financial aid or they've got their student loans, that they're fine, but they're not really secure when it comes to food a lot of times, right?
Yes, a lot of students that come and volunteer at the Save Our Students Food Pantry are students of Austin P, and they're also working part-time jobs on top of being full-time students. So nowadays our college students are living away from home. So what do you have to do? You have to pay your rent, you have to pay your utilities. A lot of them are paying for their own phone bills nowadays, their insurance. So on top of that, they're transitioning from high school life, at the young age of 18, trying to gain these independent skills, and sometimes it's hard to balance all of this at once. So our food pantry allows them to kind of get the need that they need and also the support that will really kind of help them in the right direction. And not only are these students 18 coming out of high school, but we also have non-traditional students here too at Austin P. So, we have veterans that are going back to school, and these are veterans that are also trying to find the transition into civilian life. Some of them already have kids too, being single mothers or having families. They have to feed not only themselves but their family too. So we also support them and give them food to bring home to feed their own family.
It's great that the SOS Food Pantry can help just so many people in the community, because we have a really diverse population here in Clarksville and Montgomery County anyway.
Yes.
So great. So could you give us, Belina, kind of an overview of what the SOS Food Pantry does for people? We know it helps with food, but can you kind of give some specifics?
Yes, so we're pretty much like a resource all around to kind of help people out of food insecurity and hunger. So we want to not only feed them for the week, but we also kind of just want to help them out of poverty in general. So if we start to see clients come into the food pantry on a regular basis, that's for me or my other food pantry volunteers that get trained to kind of, take a step back, step them to the side and, okay, how can we help you more? Do we need to help you apply for food stamps? Are you trying to find a job? Do you find it difficult to find one? Or are you searching, not pressing too hard, but making them feel at least comfortable to open up and ask for help and let them know that there are people who care about them and their education and their future. So we want to help them as best as possible. So we not only feed them, but help them all around to all these possibilities.
Yeah, because like you said, that support system, I think people need that, especially if they're finding themselves in a situation where they probably didn't expect to be. Because I know when I was in college and kind of transitioning, like you're saying, moving out of the house from my parents' house and living on my own, it's a lot of change, and you don't expect, you find yourself, you're like, oh, my refrigerator's empty, and what do I do? So that's great that there's that support, and taking them a step further if there's other assistance for them. That's great to know.
Yeah.
Now, how do people go about, say, for instance, I'm a freshman, or I'm not, I guess maybe a little bit older perhaps. Say I'm not a freshman, but I'm somebody who's transitioning, like you said, and I need to get some assistance. How do I go get help from the food pantry?
So the food pantry is located at the Center for Service Learning and Community Engagement. It's on campus. Our address is 322 Home Avenue. You just look for a white building with a red door, and there are a lot of programs that happen at the Center for Service Learning. But right downstairs is our food pantry. If you need assistance and you are an APSU student, all you have to do is bring your student ID with you, go downstairs into the food pantry. One of the volunteers or myself will assist you, and you don't have to show proof of any paycheck stubs. You don't have to show us your tax forms or anything like that. We kind of see it as, if you're coming here and you're asking for help, that's enough for us to give you assistance. So once we see your ID, you fill out an application form. You go about the food pantry kind of like you would a grocery store. We have a guideline list that shows how much of certain food items you can take back home with you. whether you're just feeding yourself and a spouse or significant other, or you and your whole family. So that will determine how much food you can take home with you. And we are open from Monday through Friday, the whole Center for Service Learning, from 8 to 4:30. But the food pantry is only open Tuesday through Friday from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. So I know we have Christmas break and summer break, and I mean, of course, students are going to take classes around those times too. So we do stay open 2 days out of the week during those non-busy times. So we are only open Tuesday and Friday around that time, the same hours. 8:30 to 4 o'clock.
Well, Belina, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. It was nice to meet you. Everybody, Belina Sung Manivong, thank you from the SOS Student Food Pantry. Great, thank you. And if anybody wants to come by or whatever, what are your hours again on Home Avenue?
On 32 Home Avenue, our hours are Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. And then if you would like to use the food pantry and you're an APSU student, just bring your ID and you can come from Tuesday through Friday from 8:30 to 4.
Great, awesome. Thank you so much again.
Thank you for having me.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
And I'm Micah Terrell for Govs TV and 91.9 Public Affairs.